Welcome to Detroit. Temperatures as low as 1 below 0 here today, but it's a perfect post-holiday season setting for college football. We're glad to welcome you to the Quick Lane Bowl as a part of Capital One Bowl Mania, the first meeting between the Duke Blue Devils out of the ACC, a record of 6-6 in the regular season, and Rod Carey's Northern Illinois Huskies out of the MAC with a record of 8-4. Jones is back to throw, relatively low amount of pressure, and he throws across the middle. Chris Taylor, who got just past the sticks to help pick up a first down.
They did a great job of protection, and they doubled Sutton Smith from the edge, didn't allow him to get anywhere near Jones.
Scored 6 times on the ground, over 400 yards.
Yeah, at 6'5", he's got really long strides. He eats the ground up quickly.
He's got time over the middle and off the left hand of his tight end, Daniel Helm, who was open, and the throw was just a hair too long. 4th down.
And was able to respond and run it down for a 2-yard gain.
5-man rush. Childers tucks it. Does he have the elusiveness? Not enough to get a first down. They started at the 9.
Try and matriculate down the field here a little bit. Get ahead of the change.
Second target of the day for the tight end, Helm. He makes the catch and carries 2 defenders with him as he goes out of bounds for a first down.
And this is just a triple option, but instead of a pitch at the end, it's a pass at the end. And a great read there by Daniel Jones. He sees that his guy out on the edge take a shot into the end zone there.
On the ground, here's Britton Brown. Tumbling forward toward the 30-yard line, right to the first down marker. Here comes pressure up top, a bobble and a catch by Davis Copenhaver. So the tight end's getting involved on the drive with Helm and Copenhaver to get them inside the 10. From 2 yards out, a push straight ahead. And the initial marking is short for Brown. So 4th down, just about a yard away from Pater.
And true freshman defensive tackle, Weston Kramer, number 55, is at the bottom of that pile of humanity making the play.
All right, Ray, doubled up on the tight ends to the left side here on 4th down.
Quarterback run.
You called it. 6-0 Blue Devils as Jones has his 7th rushing touchdown of the year.
Yeah, you can see it, especially the way Northern Illinois, they were playing that inside run. They had everybody jammed up in there, and guys, they get excited in this area of the field. Now, somebody had quarterback as their responsibility, but they didn't get him, and they'll be watching film later on and having to answer why. And that was just real easy for Jones. A nice read. Great scheme and a good drive by the Blue Devils.
And to what you said earlier, from that distance, if nobody's going to go step for step with Jones, it's too easy for him. 6'5", his strides are so long.
Right, half a step and he's in.
Nice drive. They got everybody involved, and Jones takes it in to put Duke on the board. 3rd down and 10, trying to avoid a 3rd straight 3-and-out to start the day. And he's grabbed around the ankles and taken down back at the 10-yard line by Trayvon McSwain, who made the play from the ground.
Yeah, that was a great effort from McSwain. You know, he was basically the post guy, and the other tackle, Ramsey, was looping around him. Watch this stunt that they run. And McSwain, he's just going to get on the ground and just crawl his way up to make a sack. That's pretty good stuff.
Nice showing by the Duke defense, which is playing without Jeremy McDuffie, one of their safeties, and one of their team leaders as well. Here's a fake and a throw toward the sideline, and this could be very dangerous for NIU.
Dangerous is a nice way to put it. That wasn't the smartest call I've ever seen in my life, and now the Blue Devils are set up to go ahead even more with a 7-0 lead. Duke will spread you out down in this area and then run the football, and that's what they've got, 3 wide receivers in the mix.
Tight end off to the left. Instead, a leap up top, and it's a touchdown for Sean Wilson. The senior from Charlotte makes NIU pay for a fake punt from its own end zone. The lead is 13-0 Blue Devils.
Great blocking up front by the left side of that line. The tackle, Gabe Bradner, and the guard, Julian Santos, both of them collapsed the Husky defense down, allowing Wilson to get in there for the 6.
And Holmquist for the extra point. He's got it.
Take a look at that touchdown again. And this is just manhandling people up front and then a back going up over the top. And when you only got to get about a half a yard, that's how you do it. You grind them right out. Huff is a special ball player if he can stay healthy. Here we go.
There was some running room for Childers. Save an ankle tackle that stopped him at the 31. Singleton again, and a burst for 13, and perhaps something going for NIU.
And they caught Duke with their 2 defensive tackles out wide. Look at that huge hole naturally in the middle, and that creates an angle for the blocks. A nice read by Childers, and boy, he was a half step from busting that thing out. Duke got out of that defensive front formation they were in quickly.
They fake the give, and now drop it off underneath, and it's Brown speeding up the sideline. Ball comes loose as he gets undercut at midfield, and fortunately for the Huskies, the fumble out of bounds on a play of 20 yards.
Yeah, that's a nice hit coming across by Byron Fields. The initial coverage was by Ben Humphreys, and Humphreys ain't running quite well. He took a bad angle.
It didn't look like there was any indication of special teams coming on at all here on 4th down and 3.
They were going to go for it from 3rd down on, I think.
Option play, he keeps it and gets buried. Giles Harris, the first man on the scene. The Blue Devils force a turnover on downs.
And Giles Harris beat a crackback block to get there. Now that's hard to do. Now, granted, it's just the receiver coming down on you, but he blindsides you. You don't see it coming, yet you fight through it. And that's a heck of a strong play from Giles Harris.
That means they're going to junk it up, and they came to play. We have to stay alert. They've already seen 3 different fronts already in this game.
You just saw a little twist on that one.
Jones went back foot, and it's Brown short of the first down marker.
See if they can do something with it.
Childers fakes the give, and he's going deep. Short ball, and it's caught. Pulled in by Spencer Tears.
That's just throw it up and hope my guy gets it. They call it a 50-50 ball, and that one might have been 49-51, but it didn't matter because the receiver Tears got his eyes back, and nobody else did, and he found that ball.
Childers to Tears for 45 yards. All the way down to the Duke 25-yard line.
See if that opens up this Duke defense at all.
And a big hole through the left side, headed toward the end zone. Trey Harbison gives the Huskies a chance to cut the Duke lead in half. A run from 25 yards out.
You see it happen so often where all of a sudden they throw it over your head. The next play, the defense gets gashed on a run. And that's a heck of a block by Luke Shively, the center, keeping the flow of the defense from getting over into the hole. And then Harbison just, no one even touched him. He just had to hit the gas pedal and away he went. That was a nice little drive. All of a sudden, that offense woke up by taking the deep shot.
Showing exactly how proficient it can be when it's in the right gear. Christian Hagan, with the extra point, has now made 92 straight. Childers under pressure helped the drive get going, finding Tears downfield. All the Huskies needed was an explosive play. Harbison, the former Virginia Cavalier, scampers to the end zone. It's the only 3 players to have done that since they started tracking individual defensive stats in 2000. Time in the pocket, ball pops loose and falls incomplete. Going for Chris Taylor. And it's 4th down and 2 at the beginning of the broadcast. And Shane Wyman as well, their leading tight end, leading the team with 7 touchdown catches. Plenty of time here, and another deep shot. A man wide open downfield. Jawan Wesley, he's gone, running like he's in Pamplona into the end zone from 67 yards.
With the Bulls, no less. That was a case of Michael Carter, who had the coverage. He slipped on the double move trying to restart his motor, and there was nobody left after he got past him. See, he got to him, missed the tackle, and then Wesley just took a nice little stroll into the end zone. But the double move caused the slip by Carter, and that allowed the play to get open.
Oh, how things have changed in an instant here in Detroit, down 14-0 after an ill-advised fake punt from their own end zone. And all of a sudden, a couple of big plays have the 8-win Huskies right back in it. 14-all in the Quick Lane Bowl. David Cutcliffe said, without reservation, one of the worst pieces of legislation that college football's ever had. High throw and right to the sticks. They get more than 10. Daniel Helm, a redshirt junior from Illinois, makes his 2nd catch of the day and goes for 17 yards.
They're missing him as well.
Last 3rd down was a run by Jones. He goes through the middle again, and another 1st down as he lowers the shoulder into Michael Allen.
Northern Illinois, they stacked their nose tackle, Kramer, as a linebacker. You see 55 there? And he makes the wrong decision and then gets chopped down on a good block from Zach Harmon, and that opened it up for Jones.
First and 10 for the Blue Devils, looking to retake their lead and taking their shot to the end zone. Touchdown, T.J. Ramming on a 33-yard throw from Daniel Jones.
And the key to that one was the protection. And in particular, the blocking of Sutton Smith. He's on the left side at the bottom. Smith is over the tight end, and he's going to come around the edge. And they do a wonderful job of pushing him down, allowing the time for Jones to make the perfect throw.
Landing the deep ball right into the arms of his top receiver, Ramming, who's been consistent ever since he walked on campus. But the extra point is no good. Again, Austin Parker, the primary kicker, was kicked off the team earlier this year on December 8th, an academic policy violation. Holmquist had only kicked 1 PAT in the penultimate game of the regular season. And so his missed extra point makes the lead just 6.
That would be my attitude.
And that was what Browns defensive end Myles Garrett said as much this week. He said, look, the opportunity's there for all of us. Third and 11. Under pressure, a flick of the wrist. DJ Brown dances up the sideline, does not get the yardage needed for a 1st down. Jones with a pump, now tests the sidelines and delivers it beautifully to Ramming just inside the defender as he steps out of bounds.
That was a big-time throw right there. It had touch on it. It was a split-second decision. As he pulled the ball down, he saw that corner jump up, and he laid it out perfectly. Cross over blitz, and that's why they popped that one through.
Under pressure again, a throw to the 15-yard line, a sliding grab for Taylor, who's been a frequent target of Jones in the 1st half. Chris Chugunov, not the same option as Will Greer at quarterback for WVU. So after the timeout here, 2nd and 7, Blue Devils can still pick up another 1st down inside the red zone.
Love to go to the tight end in this area.
They drop it off for Wilson, the running back, with a big blocker in front, and he ramrods his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Duke, with Lyle, the right tackle, leading the way.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Albert Smalls had no chance with Lyle coming down the field after him. You're talking about a 6'7", 310 guy going after a 6-footer that weighs just under 200. And that's not going to work out too well for the little guy very often.
Grad transfer from Ohio State who played in all 13 games for the Buckeyes last year.
They're going to go for 2 here, it looks like.
Yep, after that missed extra point and try and extend their lead to 28-14.
I don't like this. To me, you get your points when you can get your points. Chasing points that's a dead end, baby. Unless you make it.
Then it looks great. Back of the end zone. And the pass into the arms of Jawan Johnson instead. So, your first prediction looks a lot better, Red.
Yes, and what they try to do is catch the tight end on a kind of a sneak throwback. So, watch the tight end on the right, number 80. You're going to see Helm. He's going to block, and then he's going to release and try to sneak through. But Northern Illinois was right on it. They had him covered. There was nowhere really for Jones to throw the football. He'll try to throw it right through you. Bounce one off Chris Taylor earlier.
Another 2nd and 10. Those long strides carry him to a first down, scooting past Michael Allen, the safety.
What a great call and great timing to do that. Sutton Smith was on a crash from the inside, and then the only other guy there was Bobby Jones, and he had man-to-man coverage, so they basically vacated the area where Jones ran.
16 yards for number 17, the redshirt sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina. Chance to add to their lead on this drive. Pocket collapsing, ball comes loose, and the Huskies fall on top of it. Devin Webster, the junior, there to pick up the loose ball, surrendered by Jones.
Well, not the best play for Daniel Jones. That would be an understatement. First of all, he's got his tight end, Daniel Helm, open on the corner route. All he had to do was throw it right then when he started to panic and took off running. And then he made a classic error where he did not protect the football. And I know that's what Coach Cutcliffe is talking to him about right now. If you're going to pull it down, you got to pull it down with both hands and protect it and put it away.
Coming into this game, putting Ben Olsen at left guard and moving Jordan Steckler from left guard over to right tackle today. All sorts of time for a heave down the middle of the field. Another big play through the air for the Huskies. Jawan Wesley, the recipient again.
Flat out blown coverage in the Duke secondary. They totally lost the slot player, Wesley. I mean, there's nobody around him. You look in that picture, there was no Duke Blue Devils, and this is right down the middle of the field. And, you know, what they got burnt, basically, the safety jumped the in route.
Here's 3rd and 9. Childers has time. Short pass and a quick tackle. Michael Carter, the freshman, makes quick work of Brown. Georgia Tech nor Wake Forest scored a touchdown in their respective games in the second half against Duke. This field goal try from 39 yards. It's another fake, and another fake that goes terribly wrong for the Huskies.
I think it was more of a low snap, and the holder, Josh Orn, who is not the normal holder, that's Chad Beebe, who's a normal holder. He's not playing today, and Orn, it looked like he just didn't have the confidence that he could get it down. That snap was low and inside a little bit, so he just took off on a check down off to that right side so he could throw it away over there.
Jones with the option, he keeps it and goes shoulder first out of bounds. That's another first down.
That was supposed to be an RPO. He was going to try to throw that football. They usually play on the other team's side of the football.
Tackle finally made at the end of the play by McKelty Williams, the safety. Jones continues to have his way.
And you know, the key to stopping a running quarterback on this zone read stuff is eye discipline for the defense. And right now, they're not, somebody who's got quarterback is not showing up.
NIU 6th best in the country on getting stops on 3rd down this year. Fastball over the middle, tight end, a safety net. Davis Copenhaver, the junior from California, first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 7. Prime spot for tight ends, who have caught 4 of the 6 passes thrown their way today. Through the middle, the run continues to be the answer. Just short for Brown, angling for the goal line.
And I thought Julian Santos, the left guard, did an outstanding job. He really got 2 blocks. He's going to get a help on the nose with the center, and then he comes up and takes out the linebacker, and that's what opened up that hole in the middle. Nice job by Julian Santos, the sophomore guard.
That may well have been a touchdown. They're going to look at this one.
But sometimes it's a good play to stick it over
After
there.
review, the runner crossed the goal line prior to the fumble. The ruling is a touchdown. Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 6:58. 6:58 on the game clock.
Make your touchdown call now.
Touchdown. It's a little bit more subdued.
Yeah.
32-14. The score with 6:58 left here in the 3rd quarter. I could have just let you do it for practice.
Yeah, well.
That was a very quick no from you.
Yeah.
You're very comfortable in the analyst role.
I did. I used to do your job, and the problem was it was too much of a job. Me, I'm having fun. I'm the guy in the back of the bus throwing spitwads around, and you're driving it. So.
Yes, this is a very arduous job to sit in a chair and talk about sports.
Don't tell nobody.
Well, it's been an interesting day for Holmquist. He and the starter here.
An interesting note on him, he's hearing impaired. One of 3 college football players that are hearing impaired in our country.
Yeah, he wears hearing aids normally, doesn't wear them in action. He likes what he sees. His team extends its lead, 33-14.
Had some help from Carter, and they got him down. This is a critical play for Northern Illinois if they want to stay in this ballgame. They got an unbalanced line into the boundary. Now they flop it.
Tears and Blake, the receivers. And Blake goes in motion on 4th down. Childers the rollout, looking for the throwback. It's too high, off the hands of Crawford, and another turnover on downs.
They did the old sneak the tight end through. Actually, it was the wing. Tight end stayed in and blocked. They snuck the wing through on the backside, trying for a little throwback, and the ball was just a little hot.
To go work for new head coach Joe Moorhead. And so Jim Bridge, the special teams and tight ends coach, took over that role here during bowl season.
He bridged the gap, if you will.
And I will. Yes, absolutely. As will Sean Wilson for another first down.
If it's working, keep running it.
Does continue to work. Wilson down to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, and his quickness made Antonio Jones-Davis miss the tackle. Jones-Davis stepped right up in where he's supposed to be, but Wilson's just too fleet of foot.
Across the middle and caught. The tight end Helm. Him and Copenhaver have been the unsung heroes of Duke's offense tonight.
Willie Holmquist is going to get a shot at making a field goal here.
See if a big day for him can continue from 24 yards.
Right down the middle.
And a flag comes in at the end of the play with some extra contact near the point of the kick. But mom and dad happy for the field goal make.
They've been flying around making plays.
And here comes a huge blitz up the middle. It gets to Childers and brings him down back at the 40-yard line. Derek Tangelo leads the charge of blue and white defenders.
And that was what you call a house blitz, where you're going to bring the house. And they bring both safeties up into the mix late. And the offensive line kind of freaked out. And so they didn't end up blocking.
Allison Williams down on the field with Ray Bentley. I'm Mike Cousins, and we're glad you're with us here. Winding things down fourth quarter with Duke all over NIU today. How about that back foot? Daniel Helm has been so reliable today over the middle of the field.
It's a security blanket for Daniel Jones because, I mean, he's back there and he's running out of options. This thing is going south on him. He's got people coming after him. It breaks open late, and that's the perfect throw.
They help lead the charge on blocking for the run for Brown, whose brother Blaise is a junior defensive back at Troy. They already had a win, a nice one over North Texas in the New Orleans Bowl.
This is a really nice run.
2:04 to go, and it's fourth down. Duke keeps the offense on the field here instead of going for the field goal. Ed Jones goes down. Pressure off the edge. Bobby Jones makes the sack on Jones.
Senior just getting an opportunity to help the team at the end of his career. That's a great story.
Too tall from Childers on fourth down. That was the most difficult down of the day for Northern Illinois. Not able to convert on fourth downs, whether it was a fake punt or a field goal snap gone awry.
That's a lot harder than winning that first one.
Duke walking out of Detroit a winner, 7-6 to cap off this campaign that featured a 6-game losing streak after a 4-0 start. And Northern Illinois is done for the year at 8-5, a 36-14 final score. You can stay tuned on ESPN3 for the trophy presentation down on the field as the Blue Devils will celebrate. And coming up next here on ESPN, it's the Cactus Bowl, Kansas State and UCLA. We thank you for being with us here tonight from Detroit. On behalf of our entire crew, Allison Williams down on the field, and my partner, Ray Bentley. I'm Mike Cousins saying so long, and we'll send you back to the studio. Here's Adnan.